Wolfie, and this is the NFC AFC Championship Predictions Championship Edition. Let's go, baby. We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Commanders. And then later on in the afternoon, we got Bills versus Chiefs, or the Cheats, however you want to look at it. First, let's go ahead and jump into the first game. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the odds, the over-under, and then who I think is the must-win of that game. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. First game, Philly versus Commanders at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Let's jump into the odds, which is -6 for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, that's still a one-score game. That's still technically kind of relatively close because, last-minute touchdown could change that situation. However, I think it's going to be closer than that. I actually think it's going to be a good battle. I think it's going to be tied up all the way up into the fourth quarter. I understand that Eagles defense is a monster, but the Washington Commanders with Jaden Daniels has been on fire. They have been stout. Even if the Eagles have a great defense, slowing down that offense as it is right now, I don't even think it would hold it back to 10 points, 13 points, 14 points. I still believe that this Commanders team can score 20-plus points on this defense. Also, you got to look at what Jalen Hurts is doing. He's not doing a very good job on offense, and the run game with Saquon Barkley is the most efficient thing that's happening right now. Yards after the catch from Dallas Goedert, the wide receivers is what's saving Jalen Hurts right now, and that offensive line is absolutely stout. It's going to come down to Jalen Hurts in this game to define it, just how many points the Washington Commanders are going to have, how many points obviously the Eagles are going to have. It's really that is the cornerstone, right? That is the leg that's holding up the table is Jalen Hurts in this situation. He does have a bum knee from what I heard, but there is no real information coming out about that. I think this game comes down to him, and it's going to be I think he's going to be able to score maybe 20 points on this on the Washington Commanders, maybe 21, 22, somewhere around that general area, maybe even 24. Washington Commanders, however, I just feel like they're feeling themselves right now. Dan Quinn has been here before. I understand he lost 28-3 in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, but outside of that, he knows what it takes to be competitive. He knows what it takes to win these type of games. He's been here before. And I understand Nick Sirianni's been here before, but however, he faced a 49ers team where the quarterback literally got injured and was out after the second drive, which is just cupcake. It's easy from there. And the game before that 49ers game in 2022, they faced the Giants. So Sirianni's never really had a true challenge, never had a real challenge in the playoffs. Yeah, the Rams were a bit of a challenge, but that almost, if it wasn't for Matthew Stafford's terrible pass at the end of that fourth down and Jalen Carter saving the day, they potentially could have lost that game. So I just think, I don't know if I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid here. I don't know if I'm just falling into the trap of recency bias, but after they just beat the Lions, who's considered the best team in the NFL, even despite their injuries on defense, I just believe in this team. I believe in Jaden Daniels. I believe in Dan Quinn. This team has heart, has fire. It kind of reminds me of the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl, when everyone was against them once their quarterback went out. When everything was going wrong for them in the playoffs, everything was going right. They did what they had to do win games, and that's what they did. And they went to the Super Bowl and beat the best team in the NFL at the time, the Patriots. So I just feel like we got the same thing happening here with the Commanders. And I know that Jaden Daniels will be making history if he wins this NFC Championship game, but I just think he pulls it off here, holds back the Eagles. And on my final score, I'm going to say 31-24 Commanders. And the reason why I'm going to say that is just because I feel like it's going to be tied up to the point where it's going to be 24-24. And with 2 minutes left, Jaden Daniels, as clutch as he has been, he's going to score a touchdown at the end to seal the deal. Because I do not trust Jalen Hurts in a 2-minute drill. He's going to require Saquon Barkley and the yak from his receivers to get it done. But I just don't think Hurts. I think Hurts is going to falter here. I think we're going to see the true colors of Jalen Hurts in this game. And I could just be a hater because I'm a 49ers fan, but I went for the Eagles. I wanted the Eagles to beat the Rams last week, and I had the Rams winning that game. It was a divisional rival, but and in this situation, normally a 16 like Commanders, I would be like, okay, even if I don't like the Eagles, if they're dominant, they would beat the Commanders. If this was the wild card or divisional round, I would easily say the Eagles. But I'm feeling the Commanders. I just think they can pull it off. The over-under is 47.5, and I'm obviously going to take the over on this one. 31, 21, 24. I'm sorry about that. Is a 61-point game. So I believe in the Commanders. The must-win player of this game is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has to win this game. He does. It was Saquon Barkley in the wild and divisional round just because he gave up the record. But now you're in the NFC Championship. I feel like he redeemed himself at that point because he was phenomenal last week, the week before that. And I feel like he's going to be great in this game as well. But I don't think a run game can keep up with an elite passing game right now. Like, let's be real. They have an elite passing game right now. They have the balls, the cojones, to not be afraid to go for it on fourth down. So I do think Hurts is the guy who must win this game. So he's got all on the table, man. A lot of people are criticizing him, saying he's not the best. He's actually a mid to even below mid quarterback. I think he's mid, right? But if he wins this game, goes to the Super Bowl, it kind of redeems himself a lot and kind of vindicates himself a little bit. If he can perform at that, like he's got to perform too, because he hasn't been performing. He has not been good in these playoffs. And if it wasn't for Saquon, this game, they would have been out already. They would have been gone by now. So Jalen Hurts, despite his bum knee, has to prove to the NFL that he could do it. He still has to, because he hasn't been good. He has not. Let's be real. So if Jalen Hurts loses this game, he's going to get a lot, and I mean a lot of flack for losing this game. It's super big. It's huge for him, and it'll say one side of the spectrum or the other. Is he actually good? Can he do it? Is he clutch? Or is he just that bad at being carried by an elite offensive line, the best offensive line, probably the best wide receiver core, the best running back in the league, a top 5 tight end? Is he being carried by that? Because that's my argument. He has so much. He has what Sam Darnold had. He actually has more than what Sam Darnold had. And Jalen Hurts is playing bad. He's playing bad. So that's who I got for the Philly versus Commanders game at 12 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to take the over of -6 points just because I feel like the last-minute touchdown is going to happen and occur and change that score, but it's going to be close all the way up into the fourth quarter. And I'm going to say Jaden Daniels gets it done with a clutch fourth quarter 2-minute drill touchdown to seal the deal. And the over, of course, of 47.5. Let's move on to the next game. The Bills versus Chiefs at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, but most likely actually 3:45 because they do ceremonies, etc., stuff like that. All right, so the Chiefs are favored in this game by 2 points, and the over-under is 48.5. I'm going to take the under of 48.5. I just feel like the Chiefs don't score that much points, and I do think the Bills versus this defense, who I think is the best defense the Bills have faced all playoffs. So I do think that this is going to be probably about a 24-21 type game, somewhere around there. And I know a lot of analysts have that score around there, so I think they got it right. I do think, however, who I got to win this game is the Bills. The Bills are going to win this game 24-21. Is that hope? Is that a dream? Is that what I want to happen? Yes, because I earlier throughout the year I've been saying the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl just because of the magic they have going on, the luck they have going on, the ref situation with the Texans. My God, that's undeniable. You want to come at me with the amount of penalties they had as compared to the Bills, whatever. That Texans game was bullshit. Let's be honest. Okay, you cannot deny it, and that may occur in this game as well. However, I think, and again, I say this with the Commanders, it could be drinking the Kool-Aid, and this could just be what I want to happen, but I got a strange feeling this might be a little bit different. That with Josh Allen, the way he's playing, taking care of the football, doing what he has to, and taking care of the football when he has to, he's making very good decisions right now. And when he does make dangerous throws, they work out. He's playing phenomenal right now. While Patrick Mahomes in that offense is struggling. If the Bills can just score more than 21 points, I'd be confident they can win this game. Confident. Now, barring any ref bullshit. Because we all know that if you're 3rd and 8 and then you tackle Mahomes, that's a drive loss. But once the refs calls that roughing the passer call, the drive is renewed and they go down and they score points. That's 7 points that should never have existed, right? That's my biggest fear. because right now the Bills are feeling themselves. They're doing phenomenal. What they did against the Ravens offense, who's really fucking good, very good offense, was shut down for the most part. At the end there, they started to like come back a little bit, and Mark Andrews dropping that ball really changed the game. I understand that. But you saw there was a blueprint. You saw that there was momentum that the Bills are carrying on defense as well. They don't have any names on there. They have Greg Rousseau and Ed Oliver on that defensive line. Outside of that, they don't really have any names on that defense, and yet they're performing, right? The Bills' offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, is outstanding. He's doing phenomenal right now. And if he could just put up even just a mid game, Josh Allen can carry that, get it up to 24 points. I think 24 points is enough to beat this Chiefs. The thing is they just got to watch out for the ref situation to renew drives where they score and turnovers. Cannot turn it over. You give Patrick Mahomes short field, he's going to make incredible plays. If you turn it over, if the Bills turn it over on their side, the Bills side, he's going to score. He's going to score. But right now, Josh Allen is playing excellent football. He's taking care of the football. He can do it. I believe he can win this game. And again, I know I said that I had the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl at this point, but I don't know. I feel like this is different from what I've seen from Josh Allen this year. Not in his regular season, he's carrying it over into the playoffs. I believe in him. I also believe in this run game of James Cook and Josh Allen. They kind of adopted the Ravens playbook of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, the two-headed dragon there. I feel like they're kind of doing the same thing with James Cook and Josh Allen. It's not the same level, obviously, because Derrick Henry is significantly better than James Cook. But James Cook is actually doing pretty good for the most part. He's actually playing like a top 10, even top 5 running back right now. He's playing phenomenal. And if he can keep playing that way and Josh Allen just keeps playing the bulldozing game that he is known for playing, they have that threat there. And Josh Allen has been hella accurate this year. He's been hella accurate in the playoffs. He's been getting the ball in perfect spots and taking care of the football. I believe in this team. I believe in the Bills, and they get it done. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs 24-21. I'm taking the under, and I'm taking the over of 2 points. I'm taking the over. Now, what would be really funny is if like one of them misses an extra point, and then, it's like, oh, it's rigged, so you got to make sure. Because it'll be 23-21. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The must-win of this game, however, also goes to the Bills of Josh Allen. Josh Allen has faced the Chiefs 4 times, I believe, in the playoffs, right? Has to win this game. He has to. He has not won yet. He needs to get this monkey off his back. He needs to pull off the Steve Young thing back when he was like criticized for never winning a Super Bowl. He's got this great team, but he can't win a Super Bowl. And that's what Steve Young said. Josh Allen's got to do the same thing, man. He's got this stigma to him right now where it's like he's phenomenal in the regular season, and then he's in the playoffs, he's great. But once he faces the Chiefs, he can't get it done. He can't get it done. And now he has to do it here. He has to do it here. And now is the perfect opportunity, especially the way that he's playing, especially the way that offense is playing right now of Patrick Mahomes. This is the time to take advantage of it. This is the time to win this game. And it's nothing to shake at. I'm not saying like it's, how could Josh Allen possibly lose to the Kansas City Chiefs? He's got to stop this. Everyone loses to the Chiefs in the playoffs. Everyone does. There's a reason why the Chiefs are heading for a three-peat right now, because they keep beating teams that are either not good or they're dominant. In like the Ravens, for example, the Bengals when they were hot in the playoffs, and then the Bills. 3 of the best teams in the AFC. They constantly beat them. Beat the best NFC teams in the Eagles, beat the 49ers twice. They're doing everything. The only thing that's ever stopped Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs is Tom freaking Brady and Joe Burrow. One time. So I'm not trying to say this is something to shake at. I'm not saying like, okay, it's just that's ridiculous for him to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. But if he were to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, if Josh Allen could beat the Kansas City Chiefs, he'd be praised all across the NFL, all across America. Everyone would be praising his name. He did it. He's the guy. He would solidify himself practically in history as the guy who stopped the three-peat, right? It's a big deal. And then not only that, if he were to lose this game, it would just be like the same narrative of like, okay, he's a great guy and stuff like that, but he can't get over that hump. He just can't do it. Can't get the Bills to the Super Bowl. And that's just the stigma that's going to come with it if he were to lose this game. This is a big game for Josh Allen. And if Patrick Mahomes loses, whatever. They don't get 3-peat. They've won 2 Super Bowls prior and went to the AFC Championship. 7 straight. They lose absolutely nothing. They just lose a 3-peat. Boo. That's it. But as for the Bills, man, Sean McDermott did his job getting to the AFC Championship. But Josh Allen, the player, it's going to say a lot about him. So, again, 24-21, I'm taking the under. Josh Allen is the must-win of this game. Let me know who you guys the must-win of these games. Let me know your over and under of this game. And will it be close? I'd love to hear it. Who do you got winning these games? Philly versus Commanders or Bills versus Chiefs? Who do you got in this game? This is going to be these games are going to be great, I feel like. I don't think either one of these is going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a great game from start to finish on Sunday. So let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like the live, comment, sub. If you haven't subbed already, be part of the conversation, be part of the Wolfpack. I love for you guys to be part of it. This is my dream. This is what I love to do. And I absolutely cannot do this without you. And from up to this point, you guys have been phenomenal. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't be more grateful. You guys are awesome. So, all right, guys, take care. See y'all later. All love, fam. I'll see you next video. Bang, bang, 90.